Hello everybody. Let's talk about the true Jesus. Since there's a big, I see these couple videos on YouTube. Some people hate religion but love Jesus. Some hate Jesus and religion also. Well, let's talk about the true Jesus and why truly Jesus was a man's man. First of all, Jesus, how he conquered the devil and lived without sin. He was a role model for humane behavior. So when you got to go to the job every day and you got some brown-nosing flunky that's telling you what to do, treating you unfairly, or you got some dictator who you got to bow down to and pretend you love him, otherwise he'll chop your freaking head off. Okay, Jesus wouldn't be like that. And you atheists, I know you say, oh, we can have peace in the world. No, you can't have peace, because look what we got with atheism. Gang wars, fights everywhere, divorce. Your freaking woman's a hoe. You know, you got dope addicts in the family. Okay, Jesus came to make people stronger than all that. Jesus was a lesson in courage. I'm not talking about that watered down Jesus you guys hear about in the church. Oh, he's a freaking rabbit's foot and you just pray to him and your freaking car falls out of heaven and all that other stupid nonsense. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the true Jesus. Okay? The true Jesus that gets you to stand up for yourself. That gets you not to be a sucker doing all kinds of stupid nonsense. Okay? So you ain't coming in my backyard trying to steal something and then I gotta freaking take my gun out and shoot you. Okay? Jesus teaches you not to do that kind of stuff. Okay, so you ain't got my little daughter pregnant and then I want to kick you down the freaking stairs at the end of the day. Okay, that's why Jesus tells you to behave right. Okay, so you ain't that person that instead of me wanting to love, I feel like stomping. Okay, that's what the true Jesus teaches. And if I say, yo, you say, oh, he ain't no man of God, he ain't no man. No, maybe you ain't never heard a real man of God. Okay, this is the way a real man of God talks. He don't sit out there and take everybody's freaking crap and then try to love them. Okay, if you're freaking useless, he's supposed to let you know you're useless. Okay, that's what a true man of God does. Okay, or a woman of God. So actually, Jesus came to teach good behavior. Okay, because obviously we see the effects of a bad behaving society. Okay, we see the effects of the greedy boss. Okay, all this money. Oh, we got an economic collapse. We got what, all this money flying out of space? No, these greedy parasites up top want to hoard. Okay, that's where it's at. Okay, so let's see. So Jesus came to teach humane behavior. You know, and what did I say? You atheists, you know, we can have peace in an atheist society. No, we can't. Because once you sin against me, we're going to have a problem. Now, look, if y'all like to sin, you know, as long as I can sin against you and get away with it all the time. I mean, I'll steal your car when I feel like it. I'll, you know, if I want my boy to come over there and sleep with your wife when he feels like it, you know, I'm a man of God. I don't do those things, but I know people to do. Well, you know, if I need some money, I can put your daughter or your wife out there and prostitute her. You know, you wouldn't mind that. You can forgive, right? You can forgive all that, right? You know, when I break into your house when I need some money, or I sell your kids drugs, shouldn't mind that. You can forgive. Okay, we should all be able to do what we want. Look, the reality is we can't all do what we want. There has to be a standard of behavior. Because I don't want to live under some capitalist dictator who got me working in a freaking sweatshop. Okay, then pay me nothing. Then he got one of his brown-nosed flunkies giving me a hard time all day. Okay, I don't need that kind of guy. I don't need the communist dictator like Stalin or one of them. Okay, which if I speak out against injustice, he's going to have one of his brown-nosing flunkies come around and shoot me in the freaking head. Okay, I don't need him either. Okay, Jesus was the man I'd rather be with. Okay, and if your family ain't worth nothing, well, then you should put that sword between you and your parents. I mean, if your parent is worthless, well, then, and you want to behave right, you should put that sword between you two. Okay, Jesus came to divide sword. You got a choice between good and evil. Okay, now if you like evil and you want to do evil against me, well, then you're telling me I should do evil against you. Because if I can hurt you, then you should say, well, that's okay. You know, I lost. So if you do evil and you break into my house and I stomp a mud hole in you and you in a wheelchair for life, you should say, I love Darren anyway. Because, you know, evil for evil. You like evil, I gave you evil. Right? So there's a humane truth to Jesus' teachings. That's the point of it. That's the point. And I know religion is chaotic. I know religion, you know, because religion gets watered down to control the masses. See, you know, when people in power get a hold of religion, they water it down. You know, let's just add some water. We can control the masses, and then we get next thing you know, everybody giving their money, thinking some freaking magic trick's gonna be done. Jesus was a humanitarian. He did humanitarian miracles. Okay, so that's the true Jesus. Okay, and see, he wouldn't bow down. This is how he beat evil. See, most people, when the leader tells them something, they get scared, and then they do what the leader wants, and then the leader, and he's useless, because he's useless anyway. He's sitting around hoarding all the wealth, walking around with his chest out, and everybody bowed down to him. And this was the way it was in Jesus' day with the Pharisees, but Jesus wouldn't bow down. Jesus says, no, I'm standing up for God. I'm standing up for the humane truth. I'm standing up for the oppressed. Jesus was a revolutionary. And they don't teach that in the church because they don't want y'all all running around like revolutionaries. They want you to just go there and we'll wait on God forever. Meanwhile, your slave master uses and exploits you. Okay, and you wait on God your whole life instead of you planning a coup or a revolution. Okay, so first of all, let's get the real Jesus. And Jesus didn't come so you could just say that Jesus and you know, you could sin the way you want and all. No, look. You're supposed to learn about Jesus and practice behavior like Jesus. That's the point of Jesus. Okay? That is the point of Jesus. He's not a rabbit's foot. He's not somebody to get you running around the church like you done lost your mind. Okay? He's not somebody got you handing all your money over to the preacher, waiting for your miracle, your new car, your new house, or whatever you want. Okay? He's to teach you to be as humane and good as you can be. That's the point of Jesus. He's a role model for humanity. And yes, he was wholly conceived because God does miracles, and that's why you can't the reason you can't scientifically prove a miracle is because it's a miracle. So if you could prove it by science, it wouldn't be a miracle anymore. So God's wrath. Okay, why did God hurt people in the Old Testament? Because they were hurting other people. So he said basically, look, if you can't behave the right way, you want to hurt everybody else, well, I'm going to hurt you too. Okay? Why do you think God puts people in hell? Because if you say it's okay to hurt people and do any kind of social destruction you want to hear, well, it's okay, you know, you can suffer forever. That's got a life you like to live. You shouldn't mind suffering. You want to cause suffering, you shouldn't mind suffering. Okay? So that's the true Jesus. So I teach one humane truth in religion. Because what happens with religion is man puts his own philosophies and beliefs in religion, and then you get a whole bunch of religions and a whole bunch of different teachings, and it becomes all confusion. And then man goes to the secular world and they want to be atheists and what have you. And then, okay, you don't have big wars anymore. You just got gang wars and fights and divorce and social chaos on every level. Okay, which leads to a society's destruction. You can't have a good society with bad behaving people. The two don't mix. Because if my neighbor is going to sin against me and hurt me, what do you think, I'm going to bring him a cake after that? No, I got to fight with him. He ain't just going to, what he going to come in my house and take without, he's going to come in my house and take my stuff? No, he ain't going to do that. So, God is about good behavior to make a society better. That's the simple teaching. Simple teaching. Forget all these religious philosophies, all this. I read all the holy books. I read them all. Okay, I know about Jesus. Okay, it's simple good behavior, because a good society has good behaving people. So you ain't got some hustler on Wall Street trying to figure out some way to suck the money out of society, and a few get rich while everybody else is starving. Okay? Well, you ain't got people that think like that, because people that think like that are freaking useless. They might have all the money, and you got to pretend to respect them. You got to pretend they're important. Okay? Because they happen to have all the money, and you can't get enough people together just to take it all from them. But it's about being humane, because like I said, if I'm your slave, well, if you die, it's a good thing, because that means I ain't your slave. Maybe I can get your money. That humanitarian, that good humane person like Jesus, who when I'm down, he gonna give me a hand. If I'm sick, he gonna look out for me. That's the person I'm gonna miss. That greedy joker with all the money, he died, ain't no big deal. So what, he died? Joker wouldn't give me nothing in life. I didn't need him. So that's the true teachings of God. So check out the Illuminati with an A website, because I don't believe in the one world order Illuminati, because the last thing I need is some wicked king who puts his brown noses in line, and then I got to pretend to respect him. Okay, when really I just like to kill him in reality, but you know, that's just the way it is. So have a good day.